Hey! Welcome to the More Life Podcast with your boy Dash Cash. Let's go ahead and get into the quote of the week, like we always do every week. Uh, it's from 50 Cent. Shit, been following this music forever, but this is a quote from one of his songs. Uh, Sunny days wouldn't be so special if it weren't for rain. Joy wouldn't feel so good if it weren't for pain. Death gotta be easy, cause life is hard. It'll leave you physically, mentally, and emotionally scarred. Shit, that's from that mini man. And that little quote right there helped me get through some tough times. Cause shit, back when I was going through my own stuff, it just made me think like, you gotta go through the tough times to really feel good and shit. Like, if everything was all good and gravy, you would never be able to appreciate the good things and shit. And also, everybody go through bad shit, so you know, it just helped me realize things a little easier. But let's go ahead and get into it.
More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything.
What's up, so shit? Welcome to the podcast where we value laughs with a dash of facts and we stay relaxed. The More Life Podcast. I'm your host, Dash Cash. Happy 420. As you see, we 420 out over here. Got the old outfit on and everything. It's my past week. Shit, it done went by quick. I dropped a couple vlogs. Y'all go check them out. Dropped two of them. One of them was on the Marvel Universe, the MCU. Then the other one was on like the best and worst video game live adaptations. So y'all check that out. Yeah. Like I said though, the past week it done went by quick. Too quick. Been busy at work and then putting in work outside of work. Got a new project dropping today. King Raw Volume 1. Something I've been working on forever. Like shit, I done had it for real prepared, but I just been waiting till 420 because it's a whole weed album. And shit, Volume 1 dropping today. Volume 2 dropping on Friday. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. It's coming out on my other page, the Dashcast 513, that YouTube page. So if y'all ain't already followed that, then go follow that shit. Cause I got some bangers on there. Been dropping music forever. I need to finish uploading my old shit on there though. For real. But that new stuff though, it's finna be on there today. By the time this podcast drop today, it'll be on there. Let's see what else. Episode gonna be quick. Let me keep it quick cause dropping another vlog. Special little 420 vlog. That's gonna be out later on today too as well. So y'all stay tuned for that. And also you can hear the full project on there, that King Raw. I'm gonna be playing that in the background. Y'all know how I do on the vlogs with the music in the back. That King Raw gonna be playing in the back. I'm gonna skip roses too today. I ain't giving out no roses or the quick history lesson. I'm gonna skip them both today. Just cause, like I said, trying to make this episode quick. So shit, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it now. So this week I'm gonna start it off a little differently with relationships. You know, I typically have relationships start a little bit later in the pod, but that's gonna be the first section that I hit today. So I was thinking like, who comes first between your God, or not your God? Well, yeah, I guess your God, shit, whatever God you decide to believe in. Who comes first though? God or family? You know, cause I was thinking about it. I remember when I was growing up, my mom said like she put her faith in everything before her family and shit. And you know, I felt some way back then as a kid, but I ain't gonna knock it now cause shit, people tap into their spiritualities like different ways and shit, so I ain't gonna knock it. For me though, I pretty much gotta put my family though. It really depends on what it come down to, cause I could take a deeper dive on like what God is, cause I believe in a higher power, but also I believe it could possibly just be like your inner feelings and shit like that. That could be God for real. like your inner self. And it depends. Like, I don't know. That's a tough one. But let me know what y'all think in the comments about that one. Um, what else with relationships? If you follow a religion, do you feel like your family gotta follow that same religion as well? And I'll say, like, for me growing up, shit, I'll start with that. Like, growing up, I know was going to the mosque at first, and then I guess like the mosque shut down because my mom's a member of the Nation of Islam. My grandmother was as well, and grandfather too. Like, they was in the Nation of Islam. But then we started going to church up there in Michigan, and I know we was doing that for a few years, so it was a little confusing to me. And then we came down here to Cincinnati. We moved down here, and shit was going to the mosque, and I pretty much went to the mosque from like, I think, shit, from the time I was like 9 or 10 up until damn near like 17 and shit. So I was there a lot. But I mean, shit, my sisters had to go too and everything. So I guess it's like within my mom's household, like, shit, her family had to follow the same shit. Even when my mom had got married briefly, and shit, my stepdad, he was in the Nation too as well. But for me though, now I'll say like, I don't have a religion or anything like that. I'm spiritual. I believe in God, and I pray to a higher power. I make sure I pray every day. But for like my family, they don't necessarily have to follow that same thing. Like, shit, they can pretty much believe in whatever as long as they ain't devil worshiping. Shit, we all cool. Cause I don't want that negative energy around me and shit. But other than that, like, even my son or any other kids I have, shit, they can follow whatever. I would try to get them to believe in God. I would want them to, but ultimately, like, shit, that's up to them. Cause the truth is, we don't know where we going when we go. Like, shit, I feel like just believing in something, it just gives you that salvation. It helps you strive towards something. It gives you that peace of mind. So, you know, I wouldn't hold nothing against my family if they didn't follow the same thing that I do. Then lastly, for relationships, so like, if a female, like, cause y'all know back in the day they always say, or even kind of today, they say like the man should be paying for everything, like specifically like dates and shit like that. But like, if the female asks you out, should the woman pay? Like, should they be paying? Cause they the one that asks you on a date. They the one that want to go do all this extra shit. So for real, should they be paying? Like, I feel like shit, they probably should, or at least cover a certain portion. Like, if we going out, but just in general, like, shit, unless like I'm asking, well, I'm so far out of the dating game because I've been wifed up for years and shit, I wouldn't even know what to do. But I say, like, within my relationship, my girl gonna pay for shit, I pay for shit, we split that shit up. Or like, say we going out to eat, one of us might pay for us to go out to eat, and then the other one finna pay for the movies or whatever other excursions we doing that day and shit like that. It's kind of like equal. But I said, still, if my girl hit me though with some, yeah, I want to go this, do this, that, and that, I'm gonna be thinking she got something to put on that shit if she trying to do all this. Unless she be like, yeah, can you take me to such and such? Now if she say, can you take me, I'm gonna, be expecting that I gotta pay. But that's all I got for relationships today. Let's get into some sports. So shit, we got NBA playoffs. We gonna start with that. That's ongoing right now. I kind of kept my eye to like a few games. I seen Brooklyn, they lost to the Celtics and shit. It was a close game. Kyrie balled out. KD was alright apparently, but I know like Jaylen Brown and Jay Tatum, they said they was doing their thing and shit, but they only won by a point though. So we'll see how that goes. I know Kyrie was getting into it with the fans. He had told them, suck my dick and shit. I've been trying to keep it, not as explicit on here. But he told him, suck my dick. I feel it though. Shit, fans was getting wild. What else he had flicked him off to? And shit, but it's, a love-hate type thing between Kyrie and the Celtics fans. They've been mad since he left and shit a couple years ago. Well, I guess it's more of a hate. It ain't no love type shit. Yeah, they've been hating that nigga since he left. What else though? Miami Heat, they up 2-0 against the Atlanta Hawks right now. I figured they probably sweep the Hawks. Just the Heat way better than them. And the Hawks ain't really got no defense for real. So that shit probably over. The Warriors, they up 2-0 against the Denver Nuggets. The shit, Steph was balling last night. He was doing his motherfucking thing. Who else? Jordan Poole too. He was balling too. I don't know. Shit. I mean, the Warriors might end up making it. If they be strapping like that, if they be splashing, shit, who knows? I seen Memphis Grizzlies. They tied it up with who are they playing? The Grizzlies going against the Pelicans. Nah, not the Pelicans. It might be the Timberwolves. That's who they going against. I seen they tied it up. They 1-1 with the Timberwolves and shit. And you know, it's other series too going on. Plenty good ones. I need to watch some. I'm gonna check them out. I've been kind of just looking at the updates lately, cause it seemed like the games happening so fast. And most of the time I'm at work at night, so I don't really get to catch too many of them. But a lot of good games going on though. NBA awards finalists. I know they starting to give out the awards and shit. Marcus Smart, he won Defensive Player of the Year, and I think Monty Williams won the Coach of the Year. I know MVP finalists was Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, and shit. Just think 3 foreign dudes. Ain't no American player the finalist for the MVP. But I think they said it's looking like Jokic finna win the MVP again. But if he gets swept by the Warriors or they get bounced in 5 games, he definitely shouldn't be getting that shit though. They're gonna have to give it to somebody else. It's like when Giannis was getting bounced in the motherfucking semifinals and shit like that. He shouldn't have been getting MVP. I think like the MVP, they gotta base the regular season and then the postseason. Like how far can you really take your team and shit? And is you really like when the moment matter the most? Like is you really holding up? Cause Jokic, he been getting shut down the past 2 games, and I know it's injuries on his team, but shit. Is motherfuckers that step up. Jordan wouldn't give a fuck, and I know Jokic ain't on Jordan level, or even Shaq. That Shaq is a big man. Jokic ain't nowhere near on Shaq level. If Shaq ain't have his people there, like if Kobe wasn't there or something like that, Shaq was still finna eat niggas up. It did not matter. But what else with the NBA though? I seen D Wade, his son. I guess I don't know. He a trans. So I guess it's his daughter now and shit. People was in the uproar because he was kissing a trendy girl. So like, I don't know, D Wade's son, that he transitioned into a girl. He was kissing a girl that transitioned into a boy. So I guess he's still fucking with a chick though. I don't know. It's still, that's some weird shit though. That, I don't know. They be on that weird shit. I ain't got no problem with him kissing, you know, shit, a chick. I guess at least shit, he finna get some cooch. I don't know. It's better to be fucking with the opposite sex, you know, than the same sex for me. I feel like shit, it's better to be hetero than homo. Shit, at least you could populate the earth. I don't know. But shit, that's it for NBA. I got a little bit of football news. Let's see, I seen Tom Brady's his final touchdown ball that was sold for like $500K. That shit was voided due to his unretirement, which of course, shit, once he came back, outfilled the dude, shit, that bought the last ball. He thought it was the final touchdown, shit, it was gonna be worth something. Just for TB to come back, you know, shit. He got his money back. I still would have kept the ball though, for real. I just would have seen, could I pay less? Because it was signed and everything, bro. You might as well sell that shit for something else. A signed Tom Brady ball, that shit's still going to be worth something, even more, eventually. So, I don't know. And also seen that Stephon Gilmore, yeah, that's his name. Stephon Gilmore, he used to play for the Patriots. Beast-ass cornerback. He got signed by the Colts. Who did the Colts get? I think the Colts had got Matt Ryan not too long ago. I don't know. They still gonna be trash even though they got Gilmore. Shit. Yeah. I don't know. The Colts gonna be ass. Uh. Lastly, for sports though, shit, wrestling news. Um. I seen with like on SmackDown the other day. Charlotte Flair, she the daughter of Ric Flair and shit. She one of the top female wrestlers. Shit, probably one of the best ever and shit. No lie. But she did the figure four leg lock on this dude Drew Gulak, which Drew Gulak is like, I think he wrestled professionally, like the real wrestling shit. But also he known as a technician. But they put it on him and had him like screaming and tapping out. But like, I began on Bleacher Report and in the comments, people was in the uproar. They was saying like if a dude had did the move on the chick, like he'd be getting canceled, which is the truth. Like, but WWE, they've been doing this for a minute. But I know back in the day, dudes used to fuck bitches up. But I know they do be on that bullshit now where like they had Ronda Rousey beat up Triple H basically like a few years ago. Like, come on now. Triple H would beat the fuck out of Ronda Rousey. If she can't beat the bitches that's in UFC, what would make you think she could beat up my nigga Triple H? And shit. Who else? It's this black dude named Reggie and shit that was on there that had him getting his ass beat by females. There's another dude too, like where they be cucking out niggas on there and shit just to play into this bullshit, knowing these hoes would never do that shit in real life. But also, like I said, it's like a double standard, cause shit, if a dude was hitting the female, that shit would be World War III up in that motherfucker. Wrestlers would be getting canceled left and right and shit. But that's all for the sports today. Now time for some entertainment. So first, sad news. R.I.P. to Gilbert Gottfried. And shit, comedian and everything. I pretty much remember him from being in Problem Child back in the day. When I was growing up, he was funny as hell in there. He was the principal in the second one. In the first one, he was the dude. He worked at the fucking orphanage home. But Junior was always playing like little tricks and shit like that on him. Or whatever. But R.I.P. though, Gilbert Gottfried. Also, R.I.P. to DJ K Slate, aka Mr. Slap Your Favorite DJ. And shit, I remember him being shit on the 50 Cent tapes and shit. He was on them G Unit tapes back in the day. A couple of them, Eminem was on a couple of them joints, but he was on there and shit. Him and Who Kid used to do their thing for Eminem and G Unit and shit and all them. And but R.I.P. to shit K Slade and Gilbert Gottfried though. What else? I see Kendrick Lamar. He just announced his new CD. Damn, I forgot the name of it for real. Shit already, but it's coming next month though, in May. I'm gonna be waiting on it. I'm anticipating it. Shit, it's been a while. It's been what, like 5 years since he dropped that Damn. And I remember when Damn came out, shit, that set the tone for me my whole year. He was snapping on that shit. Way the bars was like eloquent, but also he painted the perfect picture. It was like a movie from start to finish and shit. And then even at the end, it was like the culmination. Like he tied everything in to them last final tracks. Like that shit was just, I know he gonna drop a masterpiece. Let's see what else. Snoop Dogg was on Drink Champs. He talked about a lot on there. It was a few hours long. Good interview though. I fuck with Snoop, so shit, I'm down to listen to whatever interviews he doing and shit. He was talking about how he purchased Death Row and like the different steps he had to take to acquire that and everything. And also he was talking about that Super Bowl performance and shit. And I think like what was it? Shit, Nori had brought up like how they got 50 Cent on there or some shit. And he said Jay-Z had said like the white guy had got 50 on there and shit. And by the white guy they talking about like Eminem had got 50 Cent on the show. And Snoop was saying, well shit, that's M guy, so like of course he gonna get him on there. He was saying like how he fucking Dre guy. So of course like Dre got him on there because that's his fucking guy and shit. But I know like after that shit, 50 Cent, he was making the post because you know if he give you mention 50 in any negative light, he definitely gonna come at you. But shit, after that, he was saying Jay-Z apparently in the closet on the low or whatever. You know, shit, we here for the rumors. Shit, but not probably though. Like for real, all them Hollywood niggas, bro, they do be on some weird shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z was actually on some weird shit on the low. But also, he was saying like Jay-Z whole style now. He's trying to like copy the dude Basquiat, which apparently shit Basquiat was gay on the low. And if you do look at the pictures, like Jay-Z do got his hair exactly like him. He pretty much be dressed up anytime we go out, kind of like Basquiat style or whatever. I know he was trying to purchase hell of his paintings or whatever. I think he did get like one of his rare paintings like a few years ago or some shit. I don't know. But shit, maybe it's something to it. Maybe 50 on or something. I don't know. I heard rumors about 50 Cent being gay though too before, so shit, who knows, bro? All these Hollywood niggas be weird. For real, for real. What else? Shit. DJ Khaled, he had got a star on the Walk of Fame. That's what's up for him. Shit, cause I remember when he came out, was that like 05, 06? And apparently he was grinding before then. He was an actual like DJ and shit like that. But I remember that it might have been like I'm So Hood or something like that. That with T-Pain and shit, like bro, this nigga had bangers back in the day. He always been doing this thing, so salute to him. What else? I seen Drake. He allegedly dissing Pusha T. It's on this new Jack Harlow song. I ain't hear the song because I think like the shit that I heard online was like some fake shit. Cause the lyrics that I read where he was apparently dissing him, I never heard it in the shit that I was listening to. But shit from like I can't, give you verbatim of what he was saying, but like shit sound like the song probably gonna be hard for real. Shit. And then it seemed like he probably was dissing Ye though more than Pusha T, cause he was bringing up something like people want to get spiritual or some shit like that. So that seemed like it might have been a shot towards Ye. But he did say something about like the dope dealing and shit. So obviously that's that Pusha T. But shit, who knows when the song was made? Might have been made like a minute ago before him and Ye made up and shit. And maybe that's why the track was leaked. It's not an official song, so who knows? Let's see. Lastly, for entertainment, I seen Cuba Gooding Jr. He ended up pleading guilty to forcible touching and shit, which is just gonna be a misdemeanor for him, because he was facing a felony for like what is it, like not rape but sexual assault. That's what it is. Shit, he had got hit with the sexual assault for basically like groping and grinding up on females, which I said before. Shit, 10, 15 years ago, that shit was fine. Hella people was doing that shit. Grabbing ass, pushing up on bitches, everything. Like, shit was crazy a while ago. So, I mean, shit. They just coming back. Niggas gotta pay for them consequences now. And shit, everything finna be redacted. It's crazy. And shit, but that's all for entertainment today. Next, we got quick hits. And I only got one quick hit this week. So shit, I seen that it was 2 inmates at an all-women's correctional facility. Shit, so 2 females. And shit, they got pregnant. How did they end up pregnant? It was a transgender female in there, so basically a man, really. And I guess he didn't have his meat cut off or nothing like that, so he probably just a dude identifying as a female and shit. But at first they was saying he raped the 2 girls, but that ain't the case. And shit, really though, he had sex with them and shit. Now they pregnant or whatever, so I figured some shit like that was gonna happen, bro. You let these dudes that claim they tranny females and shit, bro, like I feel like a lot of it just be an act with a lot of people that's claiming this shit. They doing it either for clout or for their own personal gain. Now, this dude probably was finna go to prison or whatever already. He know that. Shit, he probably just claimed he was training so he could go to the female one, smash the chicks, like do what he gotta do to make it there. It's the same thing, like, bro, like they gotta do something about it. Cause shit, say if you out in public, you got your daughter or whatever going in a public restroom, you got some nigga that identify as fucking female, he go in there and he do something to your kid and shit. Or even it could be vice versa. Same thing with the female. She could identify as a boy or whatever, claim she a dude, go in the dude's bathroom and do something to your son while she in there. Like, shit, you never know. Like, they just, times is getting weird. Shit, I can't even elaborate it on it anymore and shit. It got me fucked up over here. Times is getting weird though. Shit, that's it for quick hits. Lastly, shit, conspiracy theory of the week, and I got two of them, two little quick conspiracy theories. Like I said, this episode was gonna be a quick one, and shit, probably one of the shortest ever. But also stay tuned for later. Shit, I got the vlog coming, also the music. Like I said, Dash Cash 513 here on YouTube. Shit, I got the project on there. Now the first conspiracy is that the moon landing was fake and shit, which y'all probably done heard that plenty of times, that the moon landing was staged and all that. But I'm like, shit, it gotta be, just because, or one, they said they ain't got the technology now. They apparently lost all the files and data and shit they had to make the technology to go to outer space. Now that was back in like 1960 or something like that. They did that. Bro, we in 2020 and y'all telling me y'all still can't come up with a way to get back to the moon? What, all the fucking technology we got, way more resources and shit like that. That's how you know it's some fake fugazi shit. Just how they could alter and make any movie back then. Even like Space Odyssey, that shit came out like a while ago, back in like maybe the 80s or some shit like that. But that had good graphics for that time and it looked like they was in space. They could have easily got the shit from the government, because the government, they gonna have their hands on whatever technology, it don't matter what it is, from the video technology to the weaponry to vehicles, whatever. They get the shit first and then they pass it along. So shit, they could have did the same thing back then and shit. Who knows? Second conspiracy this week is that Kendrick Lamar, he been scared to drop. That's why it took him 5 years to drop a new album. He's scared because, you know, Drake, J. Cole, his main two competitors for the throne and shit, they've been cooking these past couple years. They've been dropping. And shit, he's scared that his shit ain't gonna be able to hold up and compare. Shit. Nah, I'm prepping. That last conspiracy was some bullshit. But shit, that's all I got for this week though. Thanks for joining me. You know, shit, at the spot where we say what the fuck we want to say and we do what the fuck we want to do. The More Life Podcast. I'm your host, Dash to the motherfucking cash. Y'all check out everything. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, shit. Do everything. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
It's too tight.
Dash cash, dash cash, dash cash, dash cash, dash cash, dash cash. Okay.